Hi everybody, this is the MyETV Media Gaming team, and we are bringing you our reaction to the Microsoft event that just took place. We're going to talk about Xbox One. So the price point has been unveiled, $499. How does everybody feel about that?
Absolute bullshit.
Yeah, I expected it.
Yeah, Donald's a little bit more sour than we are about it because he's from Europe, and in Europe, Xbox One is going to almost cost twice as much. So
Yeah.
Wait, what did the Xbox 360 come out at in Europe?
wasn't
Like,
it
it was significantly lower though, right?
It was about four or 500, I think.
Yeah.
That's not that. That's pretty typical for a launch.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, because $500, that's like entry level gaming PC, which is to be expected. And for the US, I mean, like whatever, it's cool. Everyone expects.
But
to
I
pay
mean, as well
but-
as that, I mean, Xbox has very little support in Europe. I mean, in terms of Hulu stuff like that. So you're basically paying more for something you can't actually access. So
Unless you can. I mean, the whole thing about this
They're not
conference.
gonna make- they're
The
not
whole
gonna
thing
make
about this
Hulu-
conference. I have more questions. I don't
Yeah.
have answers. I wanted answers. I have more questions.
That's the truth. So I mean, Microsoft promised us a lot of games.
Yep.
Do you guys feel like they lived up to that promise?
They did. Well,
Yeah.
they're coming up with, what, 13, 14, 15 games releases here?
Yeah, but
Exclusive
nothing that got me. Like some of the things that were kind of I was interested in, but I was expecting a lot more.
Okay,
like,
best game we saw, and from each of us, specifically thinking of exclusives.
Okay.
So for me, I'm still iffy. There's a lot of questions, but Rise looked sick in my opinion.
Wow.
No,
Yes.
no. It looks like absolute crap, in my opinion. It's absolutely terrible.
Wait.
It looks like it's going to be just quick time events, quick time events, quick time events.
I don't know. I feel like those QuickTime events are like indicative of a combat system that's more like Batman. Just because they took that game from a Kinect game. When we initially saw that first trailer for that game
Yeah.
way back when,
Yeah, it was
It's
all
still not
connected.
clear.
It was
Is it
all.
still Connect? Is it all controller? Is it both? It's still not entirely clear. There's definitely some kind of controller interface.
it looks like it's as far as I'm concerned, that's a controller game. We see the character moving in all directions, like
Yeah,
with an
yeah.
analog stick.
And it asks you to
we
act
see,
it.
yeah, we see
Yeah.
buttons. We see the L and B buttons worked in. Anyway, so Donald, what's your top exclusive pick?
I don't know, but based on what we saw so far, there still isn't anything that has me 100% want this. This is a day one buy. I haven't seen anything that has me really, truly 100% pumped. Maybe Titanfall. That's got some pretty interesting mechanics going on there.
That looked
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm not a huge fan of FPS games besides the Metroid Prime, but this got a pretty interesting mechanic where you start off on foot, then you switch to the mech.
Not only the mech, the free running aspect
Yeah.
and that jetpack seems like it's going to give you a variety of gameplay options, which I love. Like, I like that kind of change of pace that you can have with that kind of stuff.
So we all thought Titanfall looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you guys see that audience reaction at the end of it? It wasn't like they were super excited.
I think it was the graphics. I mean, after you see something like MGS5 and you see all those other heavy graphic intensive games, and then you see that, which kind of wasn't that graphic intensive. It was.
I'm gonna
kinda
be
like-
honest. That game looked like it could have been running on a PS3
or a
an Xbox
360. Yeah, I would go that far. Yeah.
I mean, is this a case of this game was in development for so long? The platform was intended to be Xbox 360.
I think so. I think
Yeah?
this is exactly what happened.
I think you're right. Okay, so Christoph, your pick.
Titan or Rise, the Son of the Emperors, or I can't remember exactly what's the title.
Son of Empire?
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys like Rise. It looks
sick.
It looks like it's gonna get repetitive. Like it's gonna be like 10 minutes in, and you're gonna be like, all right, I've done the same combo.
They showed us
1,000 times.
2 minutes of the game though, and they specifically said it's gonna give you the feeling of being a soldier in ancient Rome, and then some strategy. And it looked like completely on rails when you were in the unit of men,
Yeah.
giving them commands.
Yeah.
But what if that's an early segment of the game and it opens up and you get those tactical options later on?
But again, this is one of those things of what if? What if? Again, there's so many questions that they've left open. This is one of the worst things about them. They teased a whole bunch of crap and then showed nothing.
But for me, what I liked about
It's
Rise
always that way.
is that I'm excited to learn more. It's not like I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm scared for more information to come out because it's just going to make it seem like more and more like it sucks, right?
Mhm.
So Hamad, what was your pick?
I guess just to wrap up real quick, my pick was it has to be Project Spark. Looks awesome. It looks like it combines Little Big Planet. It combines some other like Minecraft and stuff like that and multiplayer. So seems pretty exciting. Seems pretty cool.
So Microsoft teased Halo 5. Didn't show like no gameplay, no story details, nothing like that. A 1 minute trailer.
But you don't need those for Halo. I mean, you know what you're getting.
He's
That's
right.
the
He's
truth.
got a point. He's got a point.
But I mean, that being said, they gave us one important detail for the game: 60 frames a second.
yeah, which is awesome.
People, and especially Halo players, and then I mean, want that for forever. It's so important for first-person shooter gaming, especially if it's online and it's competitive. So that looks good. There's not really much we can say about it though, because there's
The Titan. What about the giant thing that came out of the dirt? Like, you got to say something about that. I mean, I've never
was-
seen that in a Halo game.
And that was well done because for a while we were guessing, what the hell is this game?
Journey
Who is
2.
this? Destiny?
Yeah, exactly.
And then suddenly, Halo and
Yeah,
it's pretty.
it was
that
really
was
well
pretty
done.
neat. I think it was the best.
it was well done for a CG trailer, but
Yeah.
it gave us like no information.
Exactly. And
Right.
again, that's the theme of this conference. More questions.
Bonnie Ross, she. There's two of them for Microsoft. They're trying to bring the gender up, the female gender up in on the stage. I like that. That was okay.
Yeah, that was nice. I
Yeah,
mean,
that
it
was
was
a little nod to the whole thing. And they also had another female gamer up there. I don't know who she was, but they had her playing
like
the.
random Microsoft.
Yeah,
She works in
exactly.
the call center. So do any of us give a shit about Quantum Break?
Again, more questions.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Some cool in-game, like lots of particles and shit in the air.
Physics based, some cool physics they can do, but that's about it. That's nothing
The
surprising.
biggest question is how does it work with the TV series, and they didn't even mention
Yeah.
that. And that in the initial conference, that was the big hook with was that it's somehow tied in with the TV series, and then nothing.
But I think they were scared to mention TV because of everything that happened after their old conference and all
but
of the feedback they got.
if it's a key part to the gameplay or to the story, you've got to mention something.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
he's right. He's
I-
right. They didn't mention it enough. Yeah,
I feel like this running TV hooked up with gaming theme it's going to keep going, and it's going to be like cursory at best.
Yeah.
We should probably talk about D4 and Crimson Dragon, kind of smaller games. So D4 is going to be like an episodic horror type game. That looked okay. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
Xbox, Microsoft is like, look how much we support indies.
Yeah,
Or
no,
small
it
companies.
almost felt kind of like a
Forced.
desperation move. Yeah,
Yeah.
forced, almost like we support indies as well.
Yeah,
don't go to
totally.
PlayStation. So
Crimson Dragon. I mean, even though they messed up the audio on that, I love Panzer Dragoon. I thought that looked good. What do you guys think?
I like the mess up the audio. That's 2 times on that press conference. This is bad news. Bad news.
Someone's
Someone's
getting
gonna get
fired.
fired on this one. I tell you that much.
it was
Okay.
so awkward. So
someone
was just
should get,
standing
someone should
there.
get fired for Forza. Are you kidding? When they brought the car out?
Yeah, I thought that was. I mean, well, no, I get why they did it though because Forza is a big franchise for them, and there's people who care about that. So it's the same thing as like bringing John Madden out or something like that for Madden. A lot of people might not care, but then a lot of people do care. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of why they did it, and at least they didn't take it too long. Like they
Even
were
the- even the
out
big-
and gone.
The big feature for the game, this like avatar that you make. The
Drivatar,
The Drivatar?
Drivator, or something. I
no,
don't know.
Drivatar.
Drivatar.
Whatever. It's just it's hard. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like they're just dressing up like, oh, the AI is better in the game. Like,
Yeah.
It's nothing. But that's the big feature for the game. That's it. Like that's what they're gonna push.
You know what this tells me? That if AI is better, then that means other games might have better AI. I don't really care about driving games as much, but if other games can have smarter AI, that makes me happy. That makes me go, oh, well, gaming is finally
That's true.
catching up. It's like,
So I mean, with all the power that this new generation brings, everyone's thinking like, oh, graphics gotta look the best. So which brings me to my point, Dead Rising. I know Hamad, you thought it looked good.
yeah.
But I know Vincent, who's behind the camera right now, and I thought that it looked like I didn't like it. I thought it looked like crap because Dead Rising is all cartoony and stuff, and they had this super realistic world. I didn't think it fit.
I'm not a fan of the Dead Rising. That's why I can say that it looked good, right? Like maybe from a continuation point that you might say, oh, I'm not into this. But what I liked was the fact that they said open world zombie game, which makes my head start turning, going like Daisy standalone. What could happen? What can we do with this? So it seems really interesting what they might be able to do with that. Calling it Dead Rising 3 might be a bad idea. Idea behind the game, I think it's good.
What do you guys think about that?
You against the rest of the world, only dead zombies that can climb buses. I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
Zombies are overdone. It looks like a fun game, but zombies are just.
I agree.
But maybe rather than focus on making these games look the best that they can, they should put this cloud processing towards something like AI. Maybe in a game like Dead Rising, like they're zombies, but I mean with other games, maybe that they could do something with that there.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. what was that? Sunset Overdrive from Insomniac.
That looked like fun.
So they showed like nothing though. It was
Yeah,
and
what we
it
saw
looked like it
fun,
was
though.
it looked like CG too.
Yeah.
So they also showed off Killer Instinct, and with that a partnership with Twitch TV and an in-video or in engine
Console, yeah.
in console video editor.
Yeah.
So Killer Instinct, people have been asking for that game for forever. It
Mhm.
looks sick. They made the right choice with the art style. It looks like a ton of fun. The Twitch TV thing is awesome. I mean, the video game community that's making videos for the web, people are gonna love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The video editor, however, looks like complete crap. It looks like it auto edits videos to a set style, and I just don't think that's very good. If Sony can give us the same editor but with more functionality, like what we saw with Halo and Forge, that's gonna do way better.
Yeah.
So now it's time for us to kind of wrap up our Microsoft talk, though. I just want to hear your guys' 20 seconds overall opinion of the conference.
Okay, I guess if I'm gonna start, I'm gonna say I'm super disappointed. There was maybe 3 things that I liked in that. Metal Gear Solid 5, fantastic. Project Spark looks like it's got a lot of potential. And what was that last one we just talked about? Titanfall. Those are the 3 that are kind of doing it for me. Everything else, I'm disappointed. Microsoft, you messed up. Sony, all the way. Let's see what happens.
Tend to agree with Ahmad. Boost technology, you're boosting your technology and your sound system doesn't work twice in your show. This is just not happening. Yeah, let's see what Sony can come up. I'm sure that they will up to the task.
Meh.
All right, guys, thanks for checking us out. Stay tuned for our recap of the Sony
EA.
The EA, Ubisoft,
And
Then
Sony.
Sony.
and Sony. All right, have a good one.
Take care.
Hey everybody, this is the My ETV Media podcast, and today we're talking about. All right, hey everybody, this is a My ETV Media special. We're talking about